Live. Hello, I'm live. Hello, good evening. Long time. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type that you can hear me. So let's go on. Hear me. Thank you, Rajit. Thank you. If you can hear me, just type that you can hear me. So, okay. How's the broiler business been? Anyway, you guys should tell me congratulations. Repping. I'm repping. You guys should tell me congratulations. Hmm. Okay, thank you. Thank you who missed me. I'm not gonna be waiting for anyone. I'm just gonna go dive into it. I'm not gonna wait for anyone. So welcome to my last and final mentorship. I thank you. I stop. I want to stop um, doing um, online mentorship and training. So this is going to be the last. And the reason why I'm taking this because I'm going to be taking this training again is because a lot of people complained that the last two sessions that they paid for, I was not available. I'm sure we all know the reason why I was not available. No need for us to go there. Right, good. So I now said, instead of taking only the people, that complained, let me take everyone generally. So I called on everyone. So welcome. Thank you. How's the business been? How's the business been? I hope we've not given up. I hope we have not given up on the business. Because me, I die here. I pin here. So today we are going to be going straight to it and we're going to be talking about broiler business and broiler farming. Difference between broiler business and broiler farming, and I want us to know the difference between broiler business and broiler farming. Right, please, if you know anyone that's supposed to be here, just tell them, right? You just tell them. So we're going to be talking about the difference between broiler business and broiler farming. Now, broiler farming is just simply putting chicks in your pen and raising chicks in your pen till they are matured. That is what is broiler farming. And broiler business is, being mindful of actually making profits from broilers. Broiler farming. Now, the reason why I am explaining this again from the foundation is because I've taken my time to do a survey and ask some certain people questions, and I was not happy, with what I'm getting or what I'm hearing. A lot of people are giving me some news that I don't understand. Some of them say they are no longer there. Some of them said, early on, my birds died, this one, that one. There's no market, blah, 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 and the rest of them. Some people, even as much as come to my DM, especially on TikTok, make I not make mistake post on TikTok. If I mistakenly post anything on TikTok, I'm in trouble. Like they'll start asking me so many questions, you know, how do I sell, this or that. But that is why I'm here again to take us, and I want us to have an open mind, right? Good. Some farmers raise 1,000 birds and still remain broke. Yes, you can raise 1,000 broilers and you still remain broke. You can raise 1,000 broilers and still remain broke. And you can raise 300 broilers and make profit more than the person that made 1,000 broilers. So when it comes to farming or broiler business is not a game of numbers. You can raise 1,000 broilers and remain broke, right? And someone else can make raise 300 broilers and still remain broke. Now, let me give an example. You raised 1,000 broilers, and when they got to 6 weeks, you did not care about the market. You did not care about where you're going to sell the broilers to. You were just, giving your broilers feed, blah, blah, blah. And they got to 6 weeks. And when they got to 6 weeks, you started going up and down, going through everybody's DMs, coming to my DMs. I cannot sell my chicken, blah, blah, blah. Trying to look for markets, somebody came and packed, let me say, packed 200. You're happy the person came and packed 200. You took money to go and buy feeds. You understand me? At the end of the day, birds that you're supposed to dispose at 6 weeks is still in your farm at 10 weeks. Now, last week, a farmer called from Ishenyi, Oyo State, that we should come and pack their birds. We should come and pack their birds. We are in May and they stocked those chickens in December. We are in May and they stocked those chickens in December. We got to the farm. In fact, we had some chickens were 4 kg, some chickens were 1.5 kg. It was so funny. It was a funny scenario. Like I just looked at the farmer and said, I know you did not make money. She was like, why? I said, come on, I have a lot of experience to know that I didn't make money. She said, yes, that they just want to, by the time they sell 100, they'll take the money from 100 to come and buy feeds, for the remaining ones and the rest of them. At the end of the day, you will see that the money that you will gather will not be up to what you put in. So 1,000 birds, maybe use 5 million for 1,000 birds. But somebody will take, let me say, 1.5 million naira and raise 300 broilers. And in 6 weeks, sell those broilers at 10,000 naira each on an average. And that person has made, what are they calling it? That person has made 1.5 million naira profits. So are you seeing the difference? So I really need us to understand and I really need us to pay attention so that we know that there is a difference between both of them. So that you will know that no matter what happens, no matter how they post, no matter what you hear about me, no matter how things get so bad in my business, no matter the fabrication or the fabricated scenario, no matter how much I lose in the farm, no matter how how bad things get for me, give me 6 months, 1 year, I will be better than the way I was. Some of you are following me obviously on Instagram. You can see I'm doing operation sell 100,000 broilers in 120 days. If you know me very well, you know that I can sell 100,000 broilers in just 1 month. But then I will sell that 100,000 broilers to that fast food. I don't want to quote names. And the profit margin then I was using to sell was very slim. One. Number two, a lot of jagla jagla. So even me too, when I was in it, I knew that okay, I need somebody to come and save me from what I'm doing. I think around 2024, I now quit. That's when I now started selling small retailers, to the end users and the rest of them. And I went off, obviously, by the grace of God. I'm back, and I applied pressure, and I applied pressure, and I applied pressure. I did not come out with up to 100,000 naira in my accounts, but I know that I have I've built a space online and offline. Please, oh yeah, I come and dance. Buy 10 full chicken for 130,000 naira. Get 10 tubers of yam free. I created an offer. When this person pays me, I just go and carry chickens from the processing plant, and I go and deliver. You get what I'm trying to say? Like that, like that, like that. I raised small money. Like that, like that, like that. We stocked up the catfish farm. Like that, like that, like that. I raised some money. Like that, like that, like that. I've gone to stock 1,000 broilers. So I need us to know the difference. Now, under broiler business, we have so many aspects of broiler business. Broiler business is you making money in any way from anything that concerns chicken. So logistics is involved. You can say, okay, I want to have a keke. The job of this my keke is to be helping farmers carry live chicken, from this to that. It's logistics. Now, anytime we want to go to the farm and take 100 chickens or 200 chickens, keke goes to carry it for us. You say, okay, I want to own a truck. This is what I want to do. It's logistics. You can go into packaging. My work is to be doing nylons. Like, because Ibadan is a commercial place for broiler production, you see people going from factory to factory. What is their work? Nylons. They do branded nylons for people that's into chicken business. Broiler chicken feed. Okay, let me be selling feed. Let me be selling day old chicks. You see what I'm trying to say? No wahala. Let me be selling grilled chicken. No wahala. Let me be processing. I am a farmer. I am a processor. I am a sales and I'm a sales and marketer. So no matter how bad things get for me, I can enter from any of these, any of these. But farming is usually the last for me. Processing, I can go to somebody's a farmer's farm, take chicken from the farm, you understand me, come to my factory and process it. And that farmer can pay me for turning that chicken to frozen chicken. That is one. I can now take it and now go and sell it and get my profit and pay the farmer. That is another one. I can be a drop shipper. Who is a drop shipper? You locate somebody that is very big in the industry or the code room, anybody that has an already existing structure. You go and plug in yourself there and go and start looking for customer. If you look for customer, you carry the chicken, you go and deliver, you chalk in your profits, you open a money point account, you get your POS. There's no how you run transaction for 6 months as a job shipper. Money point will not say, come on. They will even be the one to call you to say, okay, take loan, 5 million naira with how many percent credit. So I need us to understand the difference. So we are having issues in our business because we don't know the difference and we are not ready to accept the business. And some of us, we have told ourselves, no matter what it is in life, this business is not a good business. Tomorrow I'm going to drop a course on mindsets. Some of us, we have told ourselves that no matter what it is, a lot of us, in fact, everybody here saw pictures and videos of me that went viral in January, February. Did you see me come outside to even say anything about it? Where do I want to come and explain? Success has a way of explaining himself. Success has a way of explaining himself. My mindset is as far as there's life, God can turn any situation. Joseph, see the case of Joseph. God can turn any situation into anything. So a lot of you, first of all, your mindset, you're already coming here with a blocked mindset already, a fixed mindset already, a mindset of I cannot even. What is this woman even saying? Is difficult. That's the mindset that you're already coming here with. And if you want to live here with something, I need us to debunk, the mindset. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, having laid a foundation, let's go through the first scenario. I called it a hardworking broke farmer. Imagine two farmer. Farmer A wakes up by 5 a.m. every day. He vaccinates correctly. He buys quality feeds. His birds are healthy. Now, a lot when I tell people, I train. I used to train for broiler farmers. What they'll be asking me for my vaccination schedule, my feeding schedule, my this thing schedule. See, I don't major on that. I don't major on that. Mr. Debayo is the person that is in the farm. I don't major on that. Do I know it? Do I know it? Yes, I know it, but I don't even major on it. You get what I'm trying to say? My work here is to teach you, or is not to teach you, show you, right? Or change that mindset. You can go to YouTube and look for vaccination. You can go and meet your vet doctor and ask for vaccination schedule. But when the chips are down, when it comes to making money, that your vet doctor will disappear. So I want us to understand that, so that you will not be asking me what I cannot give you. I went to a farm today to go and buy chicken, live chicken. Only for me to get to the farm, I brought out my tripod. The farmer did not say anything. When I told him, please excuse me, can I video myself? He has looking on my face, looking on my face, looking on my face, looking at my face, looking on my face. That does, he knows me. He sharp brought out his phone. Did this? He said, hey, I know you. I was like, okay. He now called my name. I smiled. He said, you are part of the people that made me come start broiler business, broiler farming. Now, is he doing well? Yes. Did I give him vaccination with this thing and feeding calendar? No. But I taught him economic production. I taught him stocking calendar. I taught him all these business in his difference between broiler farming and broiler business. I taught him all these things. He just went and positioned himself as a farmer that will raise broilers and in 6 weeks sell to a processor. He's not interested in selling, he just wants to sell everything off to a processor and get his money back and turn it back. So he just went to plug himself there. That's business. From he has 1,500 birds. You're going to the farm today, we'll pick 700. After some days, we'll go and clear the remaining one. Are you seeing it? The scenario I was creating, I was talking about two farmers. One does everything correctly, but when it's time to sell, nobody knows him. He has no customer database. He reduces price out of panic. Sometimes on my Facebook, some people will come and complain. And this chicken I'm selling 13,000, they can give it to them at 6,000. I will just laugh. I will just go and delete the comment. Sometimes I will leave the comment there. But will still people still come and buy. They will still come and buy. Some of you will even feel that, okay, if you check is the whole of it, I might you be the one selling the most expensive chicken. And sometimes you say, but am I selling chicken? I'm selling chicken. I sell at least 300 chicken every day. That is on a bad day. And we are doing everything possible to scale. My goal is to sell 1,000 chicken every day to the end users. That is my goal. You get what I'm trying to say? Good. Reduces a middleman cheats him, he sells late. After 8 weeks, his profit disappears. Then another scenario, a smart broiler business owner, he starts selling from day one before the chicks arrive. Now, the reason why I'm using this scenario of farming is because some of us have refused to understand that we can be processors, we can be marketers. All of us want to raise chickens from the farm and be no wahala, kosi wahala. So let me give you two scenarios. He creates content online, he collects deposits, he targets families, restaurants, and frozen food stores. He knows his exact cost per bird. By week 5, birds are already booked. Then ask, who is a real business owner? This positions you as someone who understands the system. You see the two scenarios I just created for us now. Scenario one, yes, I'm trying to say, and the second scenario, one just went like we all do. Go and buy chicken, you put in the farm. You buy chicken, you put in the farm. You don't know that you start marketing your chicken from the day you buy those chicks. That's the mistakes you are making. You start marketing your chicken from the day you buy those chicks, no matter the method of marketing that you want to do. Is it offline marketing? Is it online marketing? Is it content that you want to start creating? The only business online that I see that people are not ready to start creating content is um sorry, broiler business. So by week 5, you are booked. Now, this year alone, I think by the help of God, we've been able to sell almost 20,000 chickens. Like 10, 5, 10, 5, 20,000. Out of that, hopefully by July, we should have done 40,000 chickens by July. Out of that 40,000 chickens, it's only 1,000 I'm raising in the farm for now. And that 1,000 chicken, I have sold it already because I have system. So if I go back to the farm now, see a lot of things I created from before initially. Although I have never ever gone to the farm without having a market for it. When I was selling, when we I was having a 30,000 broilers capacity, I had people, restaurants that was supposed to take all the chicken. You understand me? If not because of the issues we had in the farm and the credit facilities and the credit not paying at the time that you were supposed to pay, that's what I'm trying to say. Good. So I now corrected that and I said, okay, cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. That is the advantage a small farmer has. Cash flow is king. Not everybody should go and queue up and lie down and line up with cold mooners. If you're not ready to sit down and sell your broilers before they are 6 weeks, there's no need starting in the first place. No point, just leave it. No point starting in the first place, just leave it. Some of you attend church, some of you are in living faith, some of you are Muslims. I remember when we did um sell umbrella like crazy challenge in 2024. Abi? Yes, in 2024. Sell umbrella, there was a Muslim in the group that year. I was teaching them how to sell chickens offline, how to get your first 100 buyers offline. And what did this lady do? I think she printed flyers and she said she went to the mosques. But the way we did that rugged marketing that year, that's what I'm trying to say. She does not. There's one now. I see her content in Abuja. She does not even do too much. You get what I'm trying to say? So before your broilers are ready, go and start looking for markets. Anywhere you want to look for it. Some of you, if I open your WhatsApp, I'll see nothing less than 5,000 contacts. There's no how, if you sit down in 6 weeks, you will not market to that 5,000 customers. Sit down and study customer behaviors. See, one thing about broiler business owners, you guys need to go and learn other skills. What are skills? Skills are other things that you can do to make money, that you don't require capital, especially skills in selling. Go and learn. There are people that are real sales coach. All my life, I've always been a sales student. I started from Paul Fo. I went to the sales guru. I've gone to Trisha Bees. Invest your time, invest your energy. I've done Choma Accounting Hub. Choma taught me how to create offer. That was why I created 10 full chicken. Now, when you go online now, you just see people copying me. You just know that is my tone. You know that they are just copying this lady. Maybe they copy you, they've not even seen it. Because I am the one that is thinking and I'm the one that is getting the inspiration. That's what I'm trying to say. So I will always be ahead. When I see that, okay, you guys have copied where I am, I will now go and bring something, down for you people. Where come and copy, let me see. So you have to sit down and think. You have to go and interact with this thing. You have to go and spend your time on other vendors' pages, other people that send other things, and think. I remember when I was teaching them, I was like telling them, create an offer, create an offer. Because of that, I had to do protein combo, not because I enjoy selling protein combo, but to show you you have a store. You cannot sit down and create combo. You have a friend that has a store that is frozen into frozen foods. You have a friend that sells food items. You cannot sit down and create a group where women, do contribution. Like now, for instance, my mother lives in Jos. Tomatoes and everything in Jos is very cheap. Now, out of a scenario whereby if for sale, I'm just starting afresh, I can go to Jos. I can find a way of creating a stew combo, a tomatoes, a pepper, and onions, then chicken combo, then arrange it together. You see what I'm trying to say? People are looking for people that are thinking right now. It is not every all of you that will go and queue up in the front of cold room owners, go and queue up in the front of restaurant owners, go and queue up in the front. No, because you can do these things offline and it will sell according to the capacity. You will now start building confidence in yourself. I started building my selling confidence since 2019. You will not compare myself with you. So when I come online to say that I challenge myself to sell 100,000 umbrellas in 120 days, you understand me? I'm coming from a place of confidence because I've started doing this a long time. Anything that happens anywhere, if you carry me and take me to Malaysia right now, I have one thing. I have selling skill. All I would just need to do is I would understand the Malaysian market. If you take me to Nairobi right now, all I need to do is to understand the Kenyan market, understand the Ghanaian market, understand the Tunisian market, the Tanzanian market, understand their buying behavior. In my many years of selling, I have come to realize that busy mothers, women that are career driven, buy my chicken a lot. So when I do content to call them, I do content to speak to them. So everything must not be online, everybody must not be a content creator, because some of us, you understand me, might be in marriages that our husband may not allow us, or we are limited here or there, but you can do these things offline. Another thing I want to tell us right now is that the goal of selling is a responsibility of the owner of the business. Don't leave it for anybody. Don't say you want to go and employ marketer, you are not ready. If as a business owner you cannot sell that chicken, you are not ready, because you're a small business owner. If somebody now wants to pay me to market, to be a marketing consultant for your business in a month, do you know how much I will charge you? Do you know how much I'm going to charge you? So somebody that will deliver a marketing job to you will not charge you 100,000 naira in a month. I need also, let us be telling ourselves the real truth. So we need to sit down and come outside and learn other skills. When people are talking about digital marketing, you've shifted your face one corner. When people have talked about MC marketing, you've shifted yourself face one corner. Do you know when I started? Oh God. As at 2021, between ending of 2020, I had branded a Sienna and I used music to go and sell chicken. There's no how, you're a woman, you comb all the whole CAC and you will not sell chicken. Don't go and tell them you sell chicken. Create an unresistible offer. What is an offer? Example, buy 5 full chicken, 65,000 naira, I'll give you 5 tubers of yam free. They, because of the yam. So add something to what you are selling to make sure that they will leave that person. You understand me? Leave going to the market and come and buy from me. Now we're going to be comparing broiler farming and broiler business, right? Good. In broiler farming, you focus only on the birds, the health of the birds, the well-being of the birds. You focus on their weights, and be tapping or be feeding your ego. Have you seen all these vet doctors? Oh my God. Some of them, the highland that they'll be driving, you will be wondering what's going on. See, Even if they take my house, even if they take my car, even if they take everything from me, it just happened to start again. In 1 year, I can buy a house, I can buy a cars. Why? Because I have that skill of selling. I don't even need to own a farm. All I need is, even if you take social media from me, I can sell offline. I know. I will just sit down, just give me the map of Lagos. That is all. But when I give people these strategies, you guys don't do it. Give me the map of Lagos. I'm going to divide it mainland and island, and I'm going to start. I'm going to get my team. So while you are focusing on the chicken and feeding your ego, because when you see them, they're so egocentric. Oh my god. Broiler business, somebody that is into broiler business focuses on profits. They think production first. Broiler farmers think of production first. Hey, I want to go to hey, I want to go to hey, I want to buy land. Hey, I want to do. If you're talking to them, and the person says, I have one land in Umwago. Oh God. I have one land in this. I have one land in that. I want to produce this. I want to produce that. But a broiler business person thinks of market first. So the moment you start changing your mindset, the moment you start changing the way you think, the moment you start changing your priorities and placing your priorities well, that is when you will start doing business. Some of you, you need to own another business to grow the second business simultaneously. Some of you, you need to go and own a food business. Some of you, you need to go and own grilling services. Some of you, you need to own a food business. Some of you, you need to own grilling services. I'm trying to raise money to do something in, hundreds of dollars. I'm trying to say, okay, oh. And it's personal, not me and Muyiwa joined together. Let me start adding service. Let me start doing smoked chicken. I can do smoked chicken and I will not talk about it on my TikTok. I will not talk about it on my Instagram. I'll go to Facebook and go and sell it. A broiler farmer waits to sell, you know. A broiler business person sells before maturity or sells even without having chickens at all. A broiler farmer depends on middlemen. You understand me? A broiler business owner builds customers, builds your database, builds customers, builds your database. You want to sell, you want to start raising chicken. You understand what I'm trying to say? You go to, do you know how many hospitals we have? There was a time I was giving us an example of when I was heavily pregnant for my son. I had a chest, a cooler. I would put ice and I would slaughter my chicken and I would take it to the hospital. At a point, even when I'm not going for antenatal, I would just shower and I would just, be driving around, show people my chicken. If they say, okay, Aisha is not important, I'll bring out my pictures, I'll show them chickens in the farm, show them, okay, oh, no problem, let me buy one. Some will now book. I'll write their name, the days that they will book. Some of you don't even know your marketing this. Now I know that when I do qualified sales marketing, I convert 70%. What do I mean? If 100 people reaches out to me that they want to buy, 70 will buy from me. So in a day, I don't want 500 people. In a day, I don't want 1,000 people. I just want 100 people. You understand me? So if I want to sell 100 um, 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 to 100 people in a day, I know that I need 170 qualified leads. I have sharpened my marketing and my digital marketing skills to the point whereby I'm now getting um I now know my numbers. But you will see online, digital marketer, Udemy, digital marketing course, you will skip. How to market physically, you will skip it. Please, I want us to focus on the priorities. A farmer counts birds. Brother business owner counts margin. You have gone to the bank to go and take a loan, and they give you that loan at 10% per month. Let's do a rough calculation. You went to the bank to take a loan of 5 million and you raised 1,000 birds, and you took that at 5%, 5%, 10%. So that is, broilers will take approximately 2 months, give or take. So in 2 months, you're supposed to pay 1 million naira on 5 million naira. Are you seeing it? You now decide to sell to on credit to somebody, and let's say to sell on credit to somebody, or you frustrated someone. I said, just come and pack it, come and pack it. They've not given you your money another 3 months. So on 5 million naira, you've paid 1.5 million. Oh. On 5 million naira, you've paid 1.5 million naira. Oh. You now sell your chickens. You refuse to sell your chickens 10,000. You came. Ah, those women in the market should come and buy my chicken 6,000 or 665. 665 times 1,000. How much? 6.5 million. Yeah, happy. You did not calculate your margin and join it though. At the end of the day, you see that you are owing that bank. That is why you see farmers, they don't match up to the amount of money that pass through their account. And someone else decided to start, maybe came to me and say, ah, okay, I want to be a drop shipper. Went and registered with money points, you know, imagine. Went and registered with money point and is, selling every day. Every day is having turnover. 10 people bought from him, 20 people bought from him, like that, like that, like that. After 3 months, he built his account. They gave him credit facility, 5 million naira, to pay 500,000 naira after 6 months. Because I think yes, 10% after 6 months. So if he takes that 5 million naira and goes to the farm, at least he can turn it up 3 times to pay back that money. So you have to think about margin. A farmer works hard. A broiler business owner builds system. Example, I've not gone to the Lagos outlet in 2 weeks. Benin outlet only once. I think I went to the Benin outlet in March. Lagos outlet, I've not gone to Lagos outlet in 2 weeks. I was supposed to go last week, but I went for I had the surgery last week. Thing that's going on there. I've built system. A broader business person reacts to market. A farmer reacts to market. A broader business person predicts market. Someone reached out to us that they want us to be supplying. They reached out to us and they're asking me, what can you supply? I say, Father. I almost go outside in tongues. I say, you are asking me, what can I supply? I am Africa's agripreneur. You are asking me, what can I supply? Don't worry, let's start with 10 tons per week. Okay, no problem. But when me and Maria was holding meeting, I said, please, I need you to know that once it gets to September, we'll review any price that we've given. In fact, every 3 months, we want to be reviewing our price. But they might reach out to you, or you might go to meet them, all these big, big restaurants, and they tell you, you sign a contract with them. You sign a contract with them. You see them during that Christmas time. They're supposed to make all the money and increase your this thing. You see them looking for where they will buy cheap chicken to supply. Or at the end of the day, maybe your mates are selling chicken 5 5. You signed a contract in February that you're going to be selling 4-5 throughout the month and throughout the year. By the time you are supplying at 4-5 to them in Christmas, your people, your others will be doing Oringo, but you are there. You did not predict the market. You're only concerned. The seven pillars of a profitable broiler business: market first, birth second. Never raise birds without knowing who will buy. Never ever raise birds without knowing who will buy. Right? Some of you, I don't even know people that target gym, people that go to gym. When I was trying to do my weight loss last year, is then I realized that chicken is very important for weight loss. So if you can start from one gym to the other, start gathering customers everywhere. Joints, only your own pepper soup joints, busy mothers, frozen food stores, caterers, hotels, fitness people, bulk buyers, rest of them. If you raise 1,000 broilers without customers, you are gambling. If you have customers without stocking, you are buying a business. Now, if the case had changed for me and I did not put myself on a challenge to sell 100,000 in 120 days, and I've seen that I can sell 1,000 broilers in 2 days, or worst case scenario 3 days. The approach I would have taken whenever I'm starting my 1,000 breads is to create a pre-order group. I think I did that last year when I was not available. I taught my younger sister that. I would have create a how can one build a system in a broiler business? I'll come back to that. I would have create I would have created a pre-order group and have told people to come and join my pre-order group. So every day when I'm marketing, do my storytelling, I'll tell them, oh, okay, oh, this chicken is going to be available, on the July. Oh, if you know that you want chicken in July, join my pre-order group. See people start joining your my product group. This person asks, please, how do one build a system in broiler business? What is a system? See, let me tell you the truth of the matter, because I don't want this class to be very long, right? We need to go and learn business from other people. A system or a structure is is you running the business but not being in the business. Is you putting things in place whereby even if you're not available, your business will run. A system can be, okay, it's not every area that I'm a student in systems and structures. So trying to think of how, because I didn't know I'll get this question. How to build a system in your broiler business. For instance, so I'm trying to say, you want to go from an approach of, I'm trying to think of something different. I want to go from an approach of, I want to be a drop shipper before I go to farm. I want to be a wholesaler before I go to farm. For me, the system that I've created is, there's a farm, there's a processing plant, there's a retail outlet, and there's a marketing section. I've broken down the business into these areas. So it all starts from the marketing section and the outlets and the delivery department. You understand me? So I have like almost up to 10 bikes that we work with every day. That's what I'm trying to say. I have two outlets, or rather three outlets, one in Ibadan, one in Lagos, and one in Benin. Right? So when we get orders, deliver from the outlets. After the outlets, I have the processing plants where either we buy chickens from farmers or farmers that come to the plant to process, or we we raise chickens from our farm and process in the processing plant. Then I have the farm where we grow the birds. So the reason why it came like this is because the delivery and the outlets, right, don't need so much capital that even if I didn't have money to set that up, I can always plug in with somebody that has set that up. So I can make money from the delivery and the retail outlets by just buying frozen chicken from any processor or any wholesaler and sell. I can make money from the processing plant. Yes, outlet must be a cold room or freezers, anyone. I can make outlets from the processing plant either by farmer advertising for farmers to come and process. They pay me 300 naira or 350 per bird. So if I kill 1,000 chicken today, they'll pay me 300,000 naira or 350,000 naira. I can make money by going to the farm and buying chicken from farmers and turning it into frozen chicken and selling to the outlets. So the business is in different stages, and I'll now sell to the outlet and bring out the profits from there. Or I go to the farm and I raise chicken and I sell the chicken to the processing plant. Now, all of them are my business, so the money will still come to me. You understand what I'm trying to say? I can still let it flow. But the reason why I broke it down into these subsections is because I want to, all of them can work independent of each other. So that's the system that I have built. So now it's not left for you to now sit down with your business and now know, okay, pay a business consultant to help you think, or you go for research and now know how to build your own system. So I've given you an example of the system that I built. So you understand where I am coming from, right? Good. We have to move fast. Number two pillar is know your numbers. This is where you sound like an authority, right? Know your numbers, know your numbers. The cost of chicks, obviously, feed conversion, obviously, mortality percentage, cost per kg, selling margin, break even point. Break even point is very important. What's your break even point? Cash flow is more important than. Sorry about that. Cash flow is more important than big farm size. Cash flow is king. We are going to be seeing big people. I've heard Dangote say it. I've heard Tony Lumelo say it. I've heard Otedola say it. That cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. Scenario: one farmer raises 5,000 birds with loan and debts. Another raise 500 birds every 6 weeks consistently. One farmer raises 5,000 broilers with loans and debts. You understand what I'm trying to say? Another person raises 500 broilers every 6 weeks consistently. After 3 years, the second farmer becomes wealthier. Cash flow management, avoid emotional expansion, grow from retained profits. Now, I used to make these mistakes till it is out of my experience I got this point out that cash flow is king. It is better for you that you have 500 birds that you can sell off with a very good profit margin every six months than because you want to be called, the biggest farmer in Akokwa. You go and take debt, investors, this, that, or that to have 5,000 brothers. At the end of the day, thank God I was able to get the wake up call earlier. No matter what, if peradventure I get up to I was telling my oga that if this thing finally comes, where we can supply in large quantity, this part of the business where we sell to the end users, right, will never cease. In fact, if I'm deviating from it, bring it back, because the business is divided into two parts. I am the marketing officer and he is the operations officer. He's in charge of all the operations, right? I'm in charge of the marketing. So I said, so anytime you realize that I am deviating from this retail aspect, because our retail is supposed to be growing every day, drag me back to it, pull me back to it. Because it's when you have cash flow, it's when you have consistent sales, you can say, okay, I want to clear a debt. Now, the reason why it looked as if I was not able to handle those debts was because there was no cash flow. It's better than you look at your cash flow and say, in a month, I can sell 10 million naira and make profit of 3 million naira every month. So whatever you are owing, if you say, I want to be bringing, let's say you're owing 10 million. You can say, okay, I want to be bringing 1 million from my profit every month to service this debt. So in 10 years, 10 months, I can get out of this business debt. So even if you want to do anything, even if you want to buy a land from your farm, you can tell yourself, since you have cash flow, that if I'm removing 500,000 naira and putting in my, locking it in my piggy vest, or locking it in my OPA, or locking it anywhere, in the next 10 months, I can have 10 million to go and buy a land, or I can have 10 million to expand. Let's stop expanding our farms emotionally. Let's stop it. So cash flow is very, very important. I need us to sit down and go and research about cash flow. I am not a financial, you understand me, expert. I have financial experts, you understand me, plus my own experience. So they design a cash flow for me, right? Grow from retained profit, grow from your profit, grow from your profit. I can tell you any day, anywhere, that the 1,000 broilers that we have, that we just stocked, I did not go anywhere to get that money. Grow from your profit. Grow from your profit. The fourth pillar is number two. Marketing is part of farming. Marketing is part of farming. Marketing is part of it. Embrace it. Embrace it. Accept it. Don't be ashamed of it. Proud of it. Put it in your affirmations, in your daily affirmations. Marketing is part of farming. If you can market your birds very well, you have cracked the code. No matter what you are, you will be a farmer for life. You will make money from farming for life. You will be a god in the farming industry. You will be someone that people will be looking up to. Offline, online, on top, below, everywhere. Notice, if everybody sees your birds, buys your birds. Two farmers have same bird quality. One posts consistently online and or markets offline. Guess who sells faster? Market is very important. You have to create marketing. There's a course that I bought from Trisha Biz. Go if you go to Instagram, type Trisha Biz, Trisha TRIC or something. Trisha Biz, BIZ. Go to her, go and follow her. When she was talking about Different types of marketing. There are different types of marketing, my dear. There's email marketing, there's Google marketing, there's social media marketing, there's WhatsApp marketing, there's offline marketing. Ah, marketing bojo. It's just for you to sit down and know and stay at a point. There is Google marketing. There are people that market without coming to Instagram and Facebook and they are popular. There's Snapchat marketing. There's WhatsApp marketing. Contacts. And when you say all these people that do you do contact gain, there's there is referral marketing. What are you ready to give to somebody to bring a customer for you? There's referral marketing. If you want to learn referral marketing, all these people that are doing all these drugs and the rest of them, there's referral marketing. There's influential marketing. There's UGC marketing. There are different types of marketing, but this is not a marketing course. This is for me to open your eyes to the fact that you don't know anything about marketing. Marketing is more sensitive than farming. It's easier to raise birds than it's easier to raise birds than somebody just somebody just distracted me and told me that there's no room for questions and answers. The reason why I am using YouTube is so that we can always have a replay even after 10 years. If I use Google or if I use Zoom, right? If I use Google or if I use Zoom for the class, at the end of the day, if my paid subscription is over, you will not be able to have access to it again. Right. So that's why I want to use YouTube so that anytime it will be there. So if you have any questions, you type your questions here or you ask me, you send me a private message. I have my reasons why I don't want to open the group so that you can always see the updates, not people sending blah 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 and the rest of them. These are the things I learned. Right? Build a brand, not a farm. Build a brand, not a farm. Not just a farm, but build a brand. Profit is made when there's buying, when people has bought from you. That is when you can make profits, right? Good. Um, think of bulk buying scenarios. Think of suppliers relationships. There are a lot of young girls now on TikTok selling frozen chicken. See, you have to um embrace your own how will I put it? You have to embrace your own struggle. Selling is not easy. There are some days that I think in the past 40 days I've put together 120 contents, more than 120 content. Initially when I started the challenge, there was no farm to give me traffic or visibility. I had to go and start doing content, dance on the road, dance with trending songs, and that's because there's no farm. So I needed something to add something, to get me the visibility. So you have to sit down with marketing and you have to crack the code for marketing. I'm still going to learn digital marketing. I am still going to learn with all the knowledge that I have. I'm still going to learn digital marketing. And I pray I save up to travel to learn more on digital marketing, right? Future. 10 minutes around the maybe. Yes. Sorry. Scale systems, not stress. Please. In scaling, if you have to scale and you're tired, you're worked up, you're stressed out, you're sure I'm trying to say, that scaling is not right. Scaling means that you are increasing. Now, there's something we do. We have 500 birds. Because we sold that 500 birds successfully, the next time you want to stock, you stock 700 birds. I went to a farm today. The farmer has 1,500 birds. We bought it. Said, okay, he's going to stock. His next stock is going to be 2,000. I smiled. I didn't say anything. He did not pay me he did not pay me for my opinion. It's not my business. But don't scale like that. The fact that you sold 1,000 birds does not mean that the next time you come and sell. Customers always complain about your chicken being too soft. Your chicken is too soft because broiler chicken is soft chicken. Your chicken is soft because broiler chicken is soft chicken. So you need to tell your customers from the beginning that broiler chicken is soft chicken. So now let me ask you, how long do you keep your broilers in the farm? When you're raising your broilers, raise your broilers with calcium. Number one. Number two, how long do you keep your broilers in the farm? State it for me. So don't just scale your farm like that. You know, learn delegation. That's what I said. Now, I gave an example with my system from the outlets to the delivery department. We have people in charge of delivery. We have people in charge of fulfillment. We have people in charge of sales. People in charge of marketing. In my business, I'm the chief marketer. Shegun is a salesperson. When I market, and when I market, I call out the customers. I built a funnel, a structure, a landing page. The customers now go to the landing page and now go to the salespeople. When you go to the salespeople and when you go to the salespeople, they now take to fulfillment. So now I can take 500 orders in a day, not capping. It's not that I'm capping. Do 500 orders in a day because I can scale it. But if it's only me that is doing everything, I cannot do more than 20 orders in a day, packing this one, that one, and the rest of them. So if you want to grow, you have to delegate. Soft chicken. Soft chicken. They are complaining about 6 to 7 weeks soft chicken. I don't know. Where is your location? Are you in the east? Why should they be complaining about soft chicken? Complaining about soft chicken, 6 to 7 weeks chicken and soft chicken. What's the problem? Is that person that is complaining is not your customer? Yes, some of my Facebook customers complain, but I take my time to explain to them. So maybe you have to teach them how to cook it. Maybe they go and cook it like old layer. There's a lady I saw her content. She was teaching caterers. She told caterers that they should marinate their chicken overnight before boiling, be- so that it will not be too soft. So you can tell them this soft chicken, oh, don't cook more than 15 minutes. Marinate overnight. So pillar 5, reality checks sections. Why many broiler farmers fail. So please, I want to give out my phone. Sorry, give me a moment. Babe, come and take the phone now. Why many broiler farmers fail? So you guys should now. This is a question and answer section. So please, you guys should type. Let's know why do you feel farmers fail, and what do you think are the issues? We've come to the concluding part of this class, right? So let's give 10 minutes to it. I've handled the issue of soft chicken. Either number one, if you want to sell 6 to 7 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks is not soft chicken. It's not too tender. If you want to sell 6 to 7 weeks, you have to tell them not to cook it too much, right? Good. Or when you're going introduce this thing. If not, you can start selling old layers. As you keep noilers for 6 months and sell to them. I don't see any reason why I should do that anyway. You get me? So I think they boil the chicken like they are cooking broilers layers. So 6 to 7 weeks. I thought you wanted to tell me 4 weeks. 6 to 7 weeks chicken is matured. That person don't want to buy chicken from you. You look for other customers. Why why do you fail? Why have you failed? Let me give us examples. Number one, poor planning. You didn't plan well. Number two, no market. Number three, emotional pricing because we are no longer confident. We are not yet confident. Number four, lack of records, stroke staff theft. Five, inconsistent marketing. Marketing is an activity that should be done every day of your life. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you become perfect. Depend on festival sales. Last but not the least, no customer retention. So why do you feel your brother business failed, or why do you think, you know, please let's be typing. Give me 1 minute, please. Inability to market available birds. People want to price down the birds, especially when they see they are already matured. Now, crystal words. Please, I hope you're with me. So now, crystal words. When did you start making an effort to market? Can we be fast? I think you're the only person I'll take the question answering. When did you start making an effort to market your birds? How many birds do you have? How many birds do you have now? And when did you start making an effort to market? Look at my fingers. All fingers are not equal. There's no how you will raise broilers and all the broiler chickens will be equal. As far as your birds are healthy, it's normal. The only tips I would tell you is salt. Maybe at 3 weeks, you salt your broilers. Once before you go to super starter, before you go to finisher, you sort your broilers, right? Then the ones that are small, you still continue super starter with them so that they will still add more weight. The likelihood is that likelihood is that the bigger ones will not allow the smaller ones eat. So sorting, if you're having a very obvious with this thing, sorting is a problem, then the feeders are not enough. The feeders are not enough. 20 to 1, 15 to 1, if possible, 10 to 1. Right? The feeders are not available. If you've tried all this, number one, sorting at 3 weeks. I said number one, sort at 3 weeks. Sort when you are going, when you want to start giving them finisher. Sort them, select them. The ones that are small, continue giving them super starter. By the time you want to sell everything at 6 weeks, they would have come up. Number two, feeders and drinkers ratio. 15 on an average. That's 15 chicken to one feeder. If you've tried all this and you are still getting sizes, it's time for you to go to battery cage. It's time for you to go to battery cage. It can be local, it can be, it's time for you to move to battery cage. Then some intending customers say they are no longer interested at deadline and the likes. Your excuse is not valid because if I stock 200 broilers, how do you sell your chickens? Do you sell them per kg, cut four? It's not hatchery. You people should leave all these things. It's not hatchery anything. It's not hatchery anything. It is not hatchery anything. There's nothing about hatchery. I've told you now, when you have an hatchery issue, after first week, your chicks cross the first week to the second week, you no longer have an hatchery issue. That's just the truth of the matter. You're not even supposed to give broilers anything to boost their growth. That is just the truth of the matter. If your birds cross the first week you brought them to your farm and nothing happens to them, it's no longer hatchery issue. It is now your farm management. Please take responsibility for it. How many feeders to drinkers do you use? I've been calling you since I'm done. Babe, what week is advisable to use finisher? This word. What week is advisable to use finisher? 4 weeks. So when you are getting to 4 weeks, that is why I said at 3 weeks. That's why I said at 3 weeks. No, now like I'm trying to tell her something different. She's saying that her breasts don't grow evenly. So at 3 weeks you can sort them, right? The ones that are smaller, you can sort them and continue giving those other ones super starter. Then the big ones, you take them to finisher. That's if one reason. The second reason is maybe the feeders, they are struggling for feeders and drinkers. So you go to your pen and you will check your pen if there is enough. Babe, oh. I beg. Male birds do better than female birds. Why? It's natural. That is the whole talk. Is natural. There's nothing you can do about it. And you should not even be bothered about it except you are selling live chicken. I don't usually advise people to sell live chicken. I don't have any experience in selling live chicken. All my life, if I've raised and slaughtered maybe 2 million birds, the live chicken that I've sold is like 500. I sell, I process them. Even when I did not know anything, when I was in Owerri, I process all my birds. Do you understand me? Good. So um this lady is saying that her customers are complaining that their chicken is soft and she keeps them for 6 to 7 weeks. So, so I'm asking him these questions because he was not there when I was answering them, and he's a far advanced professional than me. He has said now that when broiler wants to turn to hard meat, when they are up to 10 weeks. So can you keep broilers for 10 weeks? Which is not possible. So if anybody complains to you that the chicken you gave him or her is soft chicken, tell the person to go and buy old layer, cockerel, whatever, guinea fowl, anything that they want to buy, breeders, anything. So customers sometimes will ask me what breed of chicken is that. I tell them broiler chickens, soft chicken. Broiler chicken is soft chicken. Till broiler chicken reach 10 weeks, it's soft chicken. So any other question for the person that is selling? If you say you're selling live chicken, I don't really have so much experience about live chicken sales, but I feel that when people want to start broiler business, that's like the first thing they want to start doing, raising chicken for those people in the market. So you have to find other ways. That's what I've been teaching today now. You have to find other ways to sell your chicken. You cannot depend on them. Now, if five customers tell you, if you have 100 chickens, for instance, and five customers tell you they want 2020, you don't look for five customers, you look for 10 customers. Because the human nature is naturally for them to flop, right? Good. Question, I'm about to wrap it. Feeling sleepy right now. Question. Any other question? Did I answer our questions well? Any other question? Please, let's type first. Male birds do better than female birds because it's their nature. It's their nature. In fact, me, I even prefer female birds. Me that process, I prefer female birds because they have more. Male birds are usually attractive to sell. People that sell live chicken. Not for you. So thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate us staying till this time. They will be available for those that couldn't make it. Any other question, please send me personal message to my WhatsApp. right? Right? Have a great day.